Howdy everybody on YouTube. I hope you're having a good day, week, month, year and everything in between. I've got another sunny day here where I am, which is pretty rare. I hope it's a nice day wherever you are. I hope that things are going well for you, as always. And if they're not and you are finding things a wee bit difficult, why not pick up a guitar and try and utilise some of the techniques that I have previously mentioned, and we're going to do another one today. They might sound really simple, they might sound really silly, but if you are struggling and having a lot of things going on in your mind, a lot of things going over and over and ruminating in your head, they're really good for just taking you out of that and putting you in a completely different zone for at least a little bit of time. And why is that important? Well, it helps us to focus. And when we're more focused, you know, we've got better problem solving techniques and, you know, being able to do these kind of things. So, like, you know, if there's something that you're struggling with, the more you think about it, the more worried you become, the more difficult it is to problem solve. And that's the general idea. So, if you have watched any of the videos sort of prior, thank you very much. I really appreciate every watch, every like, everything. The whole goal of the channel is to basically kind of build a wee community of people that enjoy guitar and are maybe using it to support themselves through some difficult situations. And on top of that, I'm going to do the odd wee review as well, because there's nothing nicer than taking a break from these things and sort of focusing or sort of looking at stuff that we enjoy. And I can talk about guitars for hours. I'm pretty sure that there's many other person out there that can talk about guitars for hours and hours and thoroughly enjoy it. So when I've got something that's a wee bit rarer, not necessarily rare, but there's just not a lot of videos on and things like that, I'll maybe do a little bit of a review. It won't be sort of deep dive Phil McKnight, Trogley and all those kind of guys. It'll just be about the playability, how it sounds and what my thoughts are on the guitar. If you go back to last week, this was the guitar that we reviewed. This is my DY Dennis Yao guitar. This is custom built. You can contact him on Facebook and I think he'll build pretty much anything for you. This was sort of like the dream guitar that I couldn't afford and was never going to be able to afford. So I got a sort of similar designed one, shall we say. So so we're going back to talking about mental health this week, and what kind of things we can do by using the guitar just to kind of distract ourselves. So this wee exercise, it's a really simple exercise. Beginners should be able to do it as well as obviously intermediate and so forth. Professionals will probably laugh at it, but anyway, this is not about being completely skillful on guitar. This is about what kind of things you can use to just distract yourself enough, and then after that, when you're more focused, you play better, allegedly. But anyway, you play better or you learn better because your focus is on what you're learning. So these are exercises probably more suited to use before you sort of go on to do your next lesson, or you know, you're going to do, obviously if you're not and you're a professional, maybe this is something that helps you to focus on what songs that you want to write and things like that. So essentially what we're going to do, really simply, we are going to go onto one string. Okay, so it's only one string, and we'll go, say, I would say the D string, and go to fret 5, the 5th fret, okay, and we're going to hit 5. So 5, 7, 8, 7, 5, 7, 8, 7, 5. So, looking at previous videos, we were talking about breathing exercises. I think the breathing thing is so important with every single exercise. You do the breathing along with it. Breathing is completely natural. You know, it's something that we do. And when we focus on the breathing, and incorporate that sort of mechanism while we're playing, it helps us to relax. Okay. And I feel pretty chilled. I was probably pretty chilled before it, but I still feel even more chilled at this point in time. Basically, what we're doing is we're just focusing on one string, nothing challenging, nothing difficult. Why are we doing that? It's just to take our attention away from everything else and putting our attention solely on those three notes, and back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You do that for around about a minute. So if you aim for like 60 seconds, right? And that's where you're basically you're training your mind to focus your attention on this, as opposed to ruminating, having difficult thoughts, thinking about, what am I going to do next, how do I deal with work, how do I'm having difficulties at home, what can I do with this and what can I do with that. This is about taking you out of there for a while. So you do the exercises and then play guitar as normal. If you're a beginner, learn some chords, learn a couple of songs. It's a massive achievement when you do. If you're intermediate, pro, do these things to get your mind focused solely on the guitar, and then following that, you would hope that your skills, will really shine through. Right? We're not great at things when we're distracted. We're not great at things when we are stressed out and worried about things. We are good at doing things when we're calm and relaxed. And again, it's going back to that. You can problem solve better. Okay, so you can think about things. Right. Well, this is difficult today. Well, how do I fix that? Once you're more relaxed and calm, you'll be able to solve that no problem, and you won't have to ruminate about it as much. These wee exercises seem, as I say, probably seem quite silly for people. I think they're amazing. I genuinely feel that they're absolutely top notch for helping me to chill enough that I can then do stuff like this. Like a true rock star. But all joking aside, it genuinely does help with focus. So try it. Please get back to me. Let me know if you've tried any of these things already and if you've found any of these exercises helpful. Have you found them, it worked for you? Have they not worked for you? Again, going back to videos I've made previously, I've said, it's not a one size fits all. Some things might work better for others and maybe not work so great for yourself, and you just need to find and focus on something that does work for you. That's the whole point. Again, going back, I'm not here to teach you guitar, and I'm not a therapist either. I am a mental health nurse who went through some difficult times myself and found the guitar really, really helpful. And still to this day, this is the thing that gets me through the sort of the difficult stressors in life, everyday life. So I hope you give it a try. I hope you go back and look at some of the other videos. I want some feedback on this, by the way. Good and bad, but let's keep it nice. Not everybody's taste, obviously, but I think that was quite a cool video. I hope it does well. And please like, subscribe, and comment if there's anything else that you want me to cover. I can have a look at it. And if not, let's just build a community to jam on guitar, and you know, we can either help each other, or if we're not ready for that, we'll just play some music and tunes. Sound good? Sounds good to me. What I will say is, please don't take this as like AI playing. Because I know that seems to be a thing on YouTube just now. People faking their guitar skills with AI. Aye, Danny Sapko and all the investigators on YouTube. Don't be coming after me, that's real playing, real skill. Anyway, enough waffling and enough joking. I hope things are going well for you. I hope that you are able to put your focus onto guitar or other hobbies that you've got, and I hope it really helps you. If there's anything that you want to, comment about, anything you want me to look at, please do. And I wish you a great day, week, month, year, and everything in between. Yeah, send them love over.